An attack under the cover of night. With a handful of elite fighters, if it doesn't work, we will lose. But it will be very dangerous for all those who go. And that's why I need to have you. Do this for me, Master Guan Xing. If only Zhan Bao were still alive.
I'll go too. I wouldn't know what to do if something happened to you, brother.
Yinping, you have your own responsibilities to worry about.
But... Father! Brother Ping! Even Master Zhang Bao!
I will be just fine. Don't worry. Besides, if I can't handle this, how will I ever be able to face them?
I understand. I'll wait, here for you. But... you have to come home again.
I promise.
My brothers have all gone. I feel like we're losing more and more precious allies all the time.
Yes, my family is all but gone as well.
It's not so easy being left behind. But I'm all right. I've still got all of you.
Yes, we must not be downhearted. We have been left behind, and it is our duty to carry out the will of the fallen.
Lady Yue Ying.
That's right. So cheer up and look to the future. If you find things getting tough, remember, we're still here for you.
Thank you. I feel better already. I will do what I can to fight not only for myself, but for my father and brothers as well.
The dreams of the departed, we will make them come true.
Father, Mother, you wanted to see us.
Rumors are flying that Gongsun Yuan has instigated a rebellion. Is that what this is all about?
That is correct. We have received orders from the Wei Emperor, Master Cao Rue. We are to quickly head to Liaodong and defeat Gongsun Yuan.
You're here in Luoyang, and they want you to go all the way to Liaodong. Why? Isn't there anyone else closer? In the Central Plains, for example?
Guan Jian already set out for the battle. However, he is an imbecile who relies on brute strength. He was soundly defeated and forced to flee to Shochun.
Having defeated Master Guan Jian, Gongsun Yuan seems to have got even more ideas above his station. What a pitiful little man he is.
It will prove to be problematic if Gongsun Yuan is able to take Shochun and allow Wu to invade it. That is why we must eliminate him as quickly as possible. However, before that, I want you to lead our forces for this battle.
You want our brother to lead? Won't you be fighting, Father?
Why is it that you have to have everything explained to you before you understand? This is for the sake of your development. Your father wants to teach you as much as he can while he is still able.
Yes. Even though Zhuge Liang is gone, there are still many obstacles to us uniting the land. I doubt that I can deal with them all in my lifetime. Therefore, I want you to distinguish yourself in this battle, so that you may succeed me after I am gone.
What do you think, Shi?
It is an honor, my lord. I will defeat Gongsun Yuan and fight in a way that will make you proud.
And with you in charge, brother, the troops will have complete confidence in our leadership.
Indeed. Shi. Finish making your preparations and head for Liaodong. Shao, I want you to do whatever you can to support your brother.
Master Sima Yi, I have heard the good news. They say you have been made commander of the Wei army. I have always believed that you were the most worthy man to stand at the heart of Wei. It is a singular honor to be able to fight under your command.
Thank you, Zhuge Dan. I will do what I can to live up to your great expectations. Right now, I am nothing but the son of a loyal retainer.
You are much more than that. Everyone knows that you have remarkable talent, my lord. We all have faith that you will suppress Gongsun Yuan with no trouble at all.
Zhao said something similar.
Master Sima Zhao, you are reaching new heights every day, my lord. But your brother does not seem to want to follow your example. I wish he would take things more seriously. I'm sorry. It is not my place to criticize. Forgive me.
No. It is Zhao's own fault that he is judged in such a manner. You need not restrict your comments out of consideration for me as his brother.
Master Sima Yi, you are a man of such magnanimity and propriety. I swear to follow you until my dying day.
I appreciate your loyalty. I will be counting on you.
Why is he suddenly leaving everything to brother to take care of? Maybe father just can't be bothered with it all anymore. What's with the sighing, Yuan Ji? You tired?
Master Zhao, I believe you are being facetious on purpose now. Censoring you every time you misspeak is starting to become tedious.
Oh. Sorry. But I really feel like everyone's just trying too hard, you know? The previous emperor, father, brother, even Gongsun Yuan, and the people of Shu. There's no need to create conflict where there is none.
That's true. If every kingdom were led by one as laid back as you, I doubt very much whether this land would be in such a state of war.
Oh, Jia Chong. Where have you been lately? I didn't see you in Luoyang.
I've had certain matters to attend to, but those are finished now. I will participate in a campaign against Gongsun Yuan. But I should warn you, Zhao. You need to be careful. Up until the Wuzheng Plains, we survived on Master Sima Yi's quick thinking. But there are those now who despise the Sima clan.
But there are also those who see us as the hope for the future. The kingdom is on the verge of being split in two, and I don't like it.
Then you must support Master Shi to ensure that the kingdom stays together. I am sure he is counting on you.
You think so? My brother's pretty capable of doing everything on his own. I don't think he needs my help.
That's just another excuse for you to avoid work. I'm keeping a close eye on you, you know, to make sure you're not getting too lazy.
I'll offer what help I can, too. All you need to do is show some gratitude.
Thank you. Both of you.
Zheng Wei, do you intend to embark upon your northern campaign at once?
No. The people of our land are fatigued from our repeated northern incursions. It is important to spend a little time focusing on domestic concerns.
I see. You are going to make some improvements to our own kingdom first and foremost. The people will be delighted.
Yes. And once that has been achieved, we will prepare for our next northern campaign. Have no fear. We will make preparations as soon as possible and launch another assault upon Wei.
I see. Well, I leave it all to you.
My lord!
It is easier said than done to tell him how I really feel.
Lord Liu Chan.
Unless we rebuild our war-torn land, the northern campaign will be impossible. We will all do our best to aid the cause of the recovery of our kingdom.
Recovery program? Then you must allow me to help as well.
No, my lord. I could not ask that of you. We will divide the work between us. You must not concern yourself.
Zhuge Liang once said the same thing to me. But if we are all to pitch in, then that should include me. I want you to let me help. I may not be of much use on the battlefield, but I believe I can be of assistance in domestic matters.
My lord, I am most grateful for your concern. If it is your wish, then we would be most glad of your help. You need not finish everything yourself. Once you have completed a certain amount, please come back here and let me know.
All right. Very well. I will do my best.
Gongsun Yuan seems to have rejected our demands for him to surrender. What a fool he is, digging his own grave like that.
There is no reason for us to keep him alive anymore. If we show him mercy, it will only hurt us in the end. The best solution for Wei is to respond uncompromisingly.
That's your solution, is it? I must say, you're more decisive than your father. I can't imagine who you take after.
Brother, Wu has responded to Gongsun Yuan's request for help. The Wu forces have been divided in two and are advancing towards us. They intend to strike us from the rear. This could be a major problem.
Do not worry, Zhao. Wu will be troublesome, to be sure, but it is not as if the movements of each unit will be perfectly coordinated. Depending on how they attack, we may be able to use that against them. We must remain calm and observe the enemy closely.
Nice thinking, brother. I'll give all I have to make sure your first battle in charge goes without a hitch.
Shi, I look forward to seeing what you can accomplish. Of course, it goes without saying that you must not bring shame upon our family's reputation.
Unless we rebuild our war-torn land, the northern campaign will be impossible. I would like you all to remember that as you undertake each of your tasks.
Would you allow me to say a few words to Zhang Wei? I want all of you to remember that you are not alone. If you run into trouble, do not hesitate to rely upon the strength of your allies.
Once you have made some progress in your missions, return here and deliver a status report.
Gongsun Yuan's entire family is to be executed. I believe his brother is in Luoyang. Do not let him get away.
Do you really have to go that far, brother? I mean, it was Gongsun Huan who told us that his brother was likely planning a rebellion and advised us how best to handle it.
They may not have any intention of rebelling now, Zhao. But if we allow their blood to remain, There will come a time when they resent what has happened to their family. We must snuff out any chance of that right now.
If you say so.
She, I see you have become quite merciless. I have ceded control to you, so I will refrain from criticizing your decisions. However, even if you are in the right, a lack of mercy can lead to new problems.
See, brother? Even Father thinks you're overdoing it. Why don't you reconsider?
Father is right, certainly. But if I prove that my response to any uprising will be totally uncompromising, then fear will rule the day, and none will dare rebel. A firm hand is needed to bring peace to this land. Was that not the policy of the previous emperor, Master Cao Pi?
My lord husband, you said you would leave this to Xi, and now you are interfering in his decisions. And Xi? You're so terribly stubborn. Why must the men of this family always be like this?
I think that's enough, Mother.
Are you saying we are alike? Fine. We shall see your plan through to the end.
Come on, Father, brother, we've done our duty. I think it's time we headed back to Luoyang.
Thanks to the hard work put in by everyone, Shu has regained much of its former strength. Things are not quite fully back to the way they were, but in time, peace and prosperity will return.
That is good news. I am sure the people are delighted with what has been achieved. Zheng Wei, do you intend to resume the northern campaign immediately?
I would like to keep a close eye on Wei's movements for now. Our patrols report that Cao Pi's successor, Cao Rui, is unwell. If he does not recover, Wei will fall into chaos. I believe we should wait and see if that happens.
I see. Well, I will leave all decisions regarding the resumption of the northern campaign to you.
My lord, I will continue to monitor Wei closely.
Our Grand General, does he really intend to march on Mount Xingxi with this kind of formation? This plan shows no regard for the terrain and relies entirely on strength of number. Even if we do take Hanchong this way, we will not be able to secure supply lines.
Deng Ai. He was formerly a civil servant, but he was placed in charge of military affairs after his talent was recognized by Sima Yi. It was around that time that the young Cao Feng was named Emperor of Wei. His ward, Cao Shuang, began making preparations to invade Shu. This invasion showed the Cao family's concern over the recent accomplishments of the Sima family. Deng Ai set out for Mount Xingxi, unable to hide the concern he harbored inside.
You are exactly right. This campaign is being fought without even the slightest hint of strategy.
Master Sima Yi, I apologize. I realize my words have the capacity to lower morale before the battle.
Don't apologize. Even officers with a small amount of insight would be dissatisfied with the idiocy of this formation. I prefer my men to be honest and frank.
I am by no means dissatisfied. If these are my orders, then I will carry out my mission as stipulated. I simply I wonder if perhaps certain dangers inherent in this plan may not have been considered. They may make it difficult for us to breach Hanchong, or even...
Yes. Our approach to Hanchong may prove to be quite treacherous. By the way, what is your name?
My name is Deng Ai, my lord.
Ah, So you're Deng Ai. I heard that you were serving in this army. But you are much larger and stronger than I pictured you.
I apologize for not introducing myself earlier. It is only thanks to your consideration, my lord, that a mere bureaucrat like myself has been granted such an important role. I intend to give my very all to ensure that I can repay even a small fraction of the debt I owe you.
I expect great things from you, Deng Ai. Now, let us go and see what we can do about bringing an end to this idiotic battle.
Reports indicate that Cao Rui of Wei has died. Leadership has fallen to the young Cao Feng, with Cao Shuang and Sima Yi appointed as regents to guide him.
They have put a mere boy in charge. That is a cruel and heartless thing to do.
Lord Liu Chun, this is no time to be sympathizing. Cao Shuang has readied a mighty army and appears to be making preparations to invade our territory.
The leadership changes hands, and their first move is to attack us. They must not hold us in very high esteem.
I don't think that's it at all. It is said that Cao Shuang wishes to initiate conflict in order to create some achievements of his own to raise his stock.
That's the reason they're attacking? I hardly think Sima Yi would allow that to happen.
Indeed, Sima Yi would certainly put a stop to such foolish vanity. And the fact that he is unable to do so is indicative of how much his own star has fallen. And if Sima Yi is not around, then our northern campaign should be much simpler than it was in the Prime Minister's days.
Simpler? You seem awfully confident, Jiang Wei. Zhuge Liang spent his life attempting this and went to his grave as a result. It will require great sacrifice.
Of course, my lord. Please forgive me.
I see. Well, as long as you understand the gravity of the situation, for now, we must repel the invading Wei forces.
My lord, I swear I will cut down their invasion before it begins!
Master Sima Yi, I see. I have heard of your exploits in defeating Gongsun Yuan. Fine work. So, may I ask what business you have with me? As the Grand General of the Wei Army, I am a little busy, you see.
If you will forgive me, my lord, I have one or two concerns regarding our formations for this battle which I would like to raise with you.
Concerns?
At the present moment, our forces are heavily weighted towards the front lines. If we sustain an attack from the rear, the frontline units will be dangerously isolated. The area around Hanchong is replete with narrow alleyways and paths, and is made for surprise raids. I feel we should redistribute our forces towards the rear to guard against that.
You Sima men are all alike. With your petty concerns and tricky rhetoric, forget about enemy raids. All we need do is defeat Shu before that happens.
But now you're just being unrealistic. You can't afford to underestimate the enemy like that.
Listen, this battle is led by the mighty Cao clan. We will use our superior numbers to crush the enemy and win with honor. That's the way we do things. I will lead a unit on the front lines myself and raise our flag when we claim Hanchong. You two can sit here and worry needlessly if you like.
In other words, he has no particular plan, and simply intends to throw his forces against the enemies. If that's all it took to defeat Shu, better men than him would have done it long ago.
Indeed. I barely know what to say to such idiocy. But there is no need for us to behave as irresponsibly as him. Come. This may not be a battle we can win, but we can certainly do our best to keep casualties to a minimum.
The Wei forces are relying entirely on strength in numbers and have concentrated their troops in the center. It appears my premonition was correct.
Premonition? What do you mean?
In a mountain battle, concentrating your forces in a single location is poor strategy. If surrounded by the enemy, you will have nowhere to run. I'm sure that Master Jiang Wei has seen the Wei formation and is assured that Sima Yi is not involved in their command.
It may be that Cao Xuan is not a born leader.
Sima Yi is absent, and Cao Shuang is a mediocre helmsman. But their army is immense nonetheless. One mistake, and we will be swallowed whole. I believe we should use surprise attacks as the cornerstone of our strategy and rattle the enemy. Our scouts report that the enemy storehouses are poorly guarded. If we can claim them, we will make a significant step towards victory. The ambitions of the Prime Minister and all great men who went before are the legacy of all of us in Shu. It is time to show Wei the strength of our spirit.
We've managed to make it as far as Hanchong. Do not let the soldiers rest, no matter how much they complain. As soon as our battle ranks are reformed, we will attack Chengdu.
Grand General, I have to report that the stronghold up ahead is well defended by the forces of Shu. It will be almost impossible to take down. On top of that, our supply lines to the rear are stretched dangerously thin. If we sustain an enemy raid, we run the risk of losing our supply route from Chang'an and being isolated.
Silence! How dare you speak to your Grand General like that? You just want me to withdraw my forces so that I won't be able to claim the glory that is rightfully mine.
No, that's not it at all.
Master Cao Shuang, I must agree with Master Sima Xiao. Our soldiers and steeds are fatigued and injured. To fight on would be mere folly.
Even you would say such things, Sha Ho Xuan? Huh, well, this was all a test. That's right, I was testing you. And it seems our men are a bunch of weaklings. There is no point in sending them any further. Order all forces to retreat. Everyone is to retreat to Luoyang at once.
Thank you for the help, Master Xiahou Shuan. It seems you managed to convince him.
I apologize for any inconvenience caused, Master Sima Xiao. Master Cao Shuang is simply desperate to regain his clan's lost glory.
I know. But this retreat is going to end up damaging his reputation still further.
That cannot be helped. Were it not for yourself, your lord brother, and a handful of other capable officers, this battle could have had a much worse outcome. The kingdom of Wei, Master Cao Pi and Master Cao Rui built, is now being threatened by their descendants in the Cao clan. Something must be done before Wu or Shu takes advantage.
There are still those near the Cao clan, such as yourself and Xiahou Ba, who are determined to use their talents for the benefit of the kingdom. As long as Master Cao Shuang refrains from more overt foolishness of this type, we should be fine. Come, we need to get back to Luoyang.
We have put a stop to the advances of the Wei forces and have even managed to push them back. I want to thank you all for your devotion and commitment.
Even when I fought alongside my brothers, we were never able to claim a victory of any significance over Wei. But now, at last, we have. I feel like I've finally made a contribution.
But we must take into consideration the fact that Sima Yi was not there.
If Cao Xuan continues to take the primary leadership role, then I am sure we can win again. But
I do not believe Wei will let that happen. After such a miserable defeat, they are sure to make changes of their own.
They sent out a massive military force while their own land was still in turmoil and suffered a humiliating defeat. Sima Yi will not just let that go unchecked. We must continue to keep a close eye on Wei's movements.